Evening, everybody. It's 5:55 on Thursday evening. This is your closing comment, and it is video number 641. I remind you, if you like the work, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so we had kind of an interesting day today. The market was down very hard and came back. Actually looked towards the end of the day like it might even make it all the way back to unchanged, but it only made it to about down 60, which was pretty close to the high of the day, and then sold off, and the Dow closed down 119 and change, or just under 0.4%. The NASDAQ was down 100. It was down 2.5 times that, so down about 0.75%. The S&P was down 17, or 0.44. The big loser was the Russell, down 37.72, or 1.67, and the Dow Transport's down just under 0.4% at down 49 and change. The market internals, though, were weak. The NYSE was 2-1 down, and the NASDAQ was 2.5-1 down, but volume shrank a bit, which is kind of surprising considering how hard they took it down this morning and how much it came back towards the end of the day. So claims were up, initial claims were up, and continuing claims were down. Initial claims weren't up much, but they were expected to be 775,000, and in fact, they were 861,000. Import prices were much higher, so if you doubt that there's inflation, wake up. Here's the issue for me. How do you get retail sales up 5.3% yesterday, import prices up, and industrial production up, and capacity utilization up, and the producer price index up, and the biggest retailer in the world misses and goes down 6.5% on the day after its earnings? I'm talking about Walmart. As if anybody needs to be reminded. It closed 137.66, down 9.54, or 6.5. So I don't know what the disconnect is, but clearly there is one. In the earnings area, we had Twilio, which closed 443.49. That was up just short of $32, and that was 7.7% and a new all-time high. Roku beat, and the stock had closed at 452 and change, down 371. It popped all the way up to 472. And then as I was actually writing this, it was trading at 460, up 7, and now all of a sudden it's 10 lower than that and down on the day again. Rackspace, a miss, 22.42, down 254, or 10%, and not only did they miss, but they also lowered guidance. So I'm a little perplexed. The chart on the screen is the oil, and today is the first day that it actually looked like it might reverse. This is the 3-year weekly, and as you can see, it's moved from below. This was off the overstocked expiration of the April contract, where April went into negative numbers by $40 a barrel. This one only touched $6.50. So the question there is, if I understand things are reopening, I understand everybody thinks it looks great. Is it really worth 1,000%? I don't know. Anyway, let's go back to the daily, and I'll show you what today looked like. We touched another new recovery high at 62.26, and then we came down, traded through 60, touched the 5-day moving average, and finished the day at 60.53. We were only down 1%, and that was neither here nor there. Nat gas was also down. It's still cold everywhere. It's still snowing everywhere, certainly here in the Northeast. We're getting snow that started this afternoon and is supposed to go straight through to tomorrow night. So not really terribly concerned about it since I don't use natural gas, but I'm also surprised to see natural gas down almost 14 cents on the day when things really haven't changed. And the further north you go, the worse it is, obviously. We had a lower high and a lower low. Same as the oil, we bounced off the 5-day moving average, but we closed way down on the range. Wouldn't surprise me to see it get back into this 290 area, but I would be a buyer there. I think it's going higher. Gold was up 220. It really had kind of a nothing day today. It had a $22 range, which is not unusual for the gold, but it was much higher on the day and looked like it was going to recover and maybe start back to the upside. And then it sold off again. So we're up 220, as you can see, but we also had a lower high and a lower low, and we're right here, same area as I mentioned last night, 1767 to yesterday's low, 1767, today's low, 1766.60, close enough. So that's where we are. Bitcoin also had an unimpressive day, really didn't do anything, can't hold that against it, considering the move that it's had. The bonds looked like they were reversing back to the upside yesterday, and they failed today too. Let's pull it up. They were up 3 ticks. Here's the decline, closing up on the day yesterday after making a new low, had traded from about unchanged to up, bounced off the downside of the 5-day moving average, and closed, up a little, but really nothing impressive. Higher low, higher high. We could do just about anything in here. Wouldn't surprise me to see it go lower. Wouldn't surprise me to see it bounce here. And the dollar was down 35 cents after yesterday's action back to the upside. Excuse me. And this one really looks like it's trying again, which is what I said in here when it was trying again and failed and made a new low. So that's about it. I actually am looking for an update tomorrow, and I'll be back first thing in the morning. Have a good one, and don't forget to subscribe.